Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and on this episode I'm going to be baking a banana cake. So I recently bought a whole bunch of bananas and I divided it into two so that I could keep some in the fridge. So they only lost the yellow color on the peels but are still fresh and firm inside. So I decided to bake a cake with them. Now the first step to baking a banana cake is to peel the bananas and mash them. You can use a fork to do this, or you can use a potato masher. Alternatively, you can just mix all the ingredients in a blender and blend the whole thing. Using a blender will give it a very smooth consistency, while mashing it manually will leave a few lumps here and there. And that is the texture I'm actually going for. For ingredients, we are going to use baking powder, salt, cinnamon, oil, eggs, flour, warm milk, sugar, and vanilla essence for some flavoring. Now to the mashed bananas, we're going to add half a cup of sugar, half a tablespoon of baking powder, half a tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon powder. We're also going to add the 2 eggs, and then mix everything up until everything is well combined. Now we're going to add our vanilla essence at this stage. I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. We're also going to add our warm milk. Then once again, mix until everything is well combined before we start adding our flour. And for the flour, I'm going to be adding 2 cups of all-purpose baking flour. Once again, we mix and combine until everything comes into a thick but flowing consistency. Now we're going to set it aside to let it rest a bit as we prepare our baking tin. I'll be using this casserole dish because I don't have a large baking tin, large enough as I wanted, so we'll still use the casserole dish. So this is how I'm prepping it, and this is a baking paper. I'm going to line it with the baking paper and apply some margarine on it. You might want to place it on a kitchen counter so that it's the goal is achievable. It's easier applying it on a flat surface as compared to inside the casserole dish. So once you're done, you set it inside the casserole dish ready for the baking batter. We're going to pour it carefully. Make sure it all falls on top of the baking powder and none underneath. After that, we also make sure that the batter is well spread evenly inside the casserole dish. You can use your spatula to spread it all even. I have split this banana into 2 and I'll sort of use them to garnish our banana cake. So I'll just place them strategically on the batter. You can choose to decorate as you wish. And then of course you're going to place it in the oven. Now the cake is all done and it smells so heavenly. I'm telling you, my house smells like cinnamons and vanillas. So after it has cooled a bit, I take it off the casserole dish and I normally cut the cake into pieces so that I have enough for the week. And especially when you have house guests over, this is very, very efficient as compared to buying bread. Just bake a big cake and cut them into small pieces. As for me, this is what I normally do, and then I store them in an airtight container in the fridge. So they last me about a week or so, and I can always pick a piece whenever I need to. Sometimes I even carry them for takeaway. Yeah, it's a very good substitute for having bread on the daily. So guys, try this banana cake recipe. It's so delicious, so nutritious. It's full of potassium, and the vanilla and cinnamon flavors also add a kick to it. And yo, it's so delicious. Try it sometime. Also, if you loved this recipe, don't forget to leave me a like and a comment, and also most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.